Alright, so this is a deadlift platform that I recently built. It was actually pretty simple to build. I just followed some guides that I found online. What I did was I took 3 pieces of 8x4 plywood, half-inch thick plywood, stacked them together with a layer of Loctite glue, like this, in between them. I threw some weights on top of them, let them dry for a day. And the next day I came back, took off the weights, and put a bunch of screws in. I believe I used 1.25" screws for putting the 3 layers together. Then I put the center piece of wood on, which is a 3/4 inch 4x4 piece of plywood. Glued that down, screwed those in with 1 5/8" screws. The padding on the sides is horse stall mat. I went to a Tractor Supply company and grabbed a piece of 6x4 horse stall mat, and I cut it with a utility knife. See, I had a little bit of extra left over here, and that pretty much fit nicely, and glued that down, screwed that in also with 1 5/8" screws. And then just to make it look nice, I kind of sanded everything up, and I varnished the top layer here. Currently I put polyurethane, like a satin finish polyurethane on it just to protect it. I may switch it and put a more of a glossy finish to make it look nicer, but it's just more aesthetics, not so much function. In the future I may see if I can add in some sort of hooks to put my bands on, because I got all sorts of bands all over the place in my garage. And I'm considering maybe putting some handles like on the side over here so that I can drag this thing back and forth if I need to move it a little bit in my garage, because you can see my garage is pretty cluttered up here. So after I finished this, I decided I wanted to build a deadlift jack, and I didn't want to pay $65, $70, $80 for a deadlift jack. So I went to Home Depot, stood in the piping section, and put things together until I ended up with this. It ended up costing me like $22 or something like that, which is a lot cheaper than getting a deadlift jack online. And you can see it works just as well. Stick it in right there, lift it up, and you can see it gives me a nice amount of clearance. I can put my weights on and off without any problem, and then when you're all set, just put it right back. So altogether it was about $23 for the deadlift jack, and to build a deadlift platform costed me like under $150. So pretty decent deal for 2 nice pieces of gym equipment that I'm sure I'll get a lot of use out of.